Yeah, so in the U.S., it's gonna break today, but I see that this is going around right here. Boxer Shakur Stevenson claims he has retired from boxing at the age of 26. This is independent.co.uk. This is one of the many that I just Google is popping up. The unbeaten American holds the WBC lightweight title and previously reigned as WBO featherweight champion and a unified super featherweight champion. Stevenson most recently fought in November, beating Edward de Los Santos on points in a win. The vacant he won the WBC lightweight belt, and now he claims that bout was his last. I'm gonna weigh in on this real quick. Tell you probably what's going on, what I think. You look at his Twitter. I looked at it, and it basically announced. I gotta go. I'm gonna just read it from my phone real quick because that's where I noticed it first. Over here, it's where I'm recording from. It's afternoon. But anyway, breaking news: WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson retires from boxing, and he put it on his Twitter. Stevenson's tweet followed in a post in which he reacted to sports that Emmanuel Navarrete will fight Denis Berenichik. I can't pronounce his name, sorry, for the vacant WBO lightweight title, writing, "This is sickening, curses, it's disgusting," something like that. He soon added, "I might as well retire." So anyway, this is being spun as he retired throughout the boxing world. And, this is just more fake narratives, in my opinion. This dude's not retiring. It's basically like he says he's going to retire because he's frustrated. He didn't get so many fights. He wants to fight Lomachenko, from what I'm seeing. He wants to fight all these people, and it's not these large fights are not materializing for him. And yeah, it's very frustrating when he sees other people getting these big money title shots. And, I look at Devin Haney, I look at Gervonta Davis, and then I was looking at Shakur Stevenson. I mentioned in the prior few videos, there's someone else out there that might be really, really up there as far as skills go, because he is good. Let's look at his record right now. His record is, according to box records here, 21 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, 10 KOs, undefeated, southpaw. He's got he's got massive skills. He really, if you look at his last fights, he fought, let's look at it in big names that pop out. Edwin de Los Santos, who had, I think that was his first loss. Let's take a look real quick on box records. Yeah, 16 wins, 14 KOs, big power. 2 losses, and one of them came to Shakur, and Shakur was the second loss. So he already lost this guy before, but he needs big names on his resume to see where he's at. We really don't know where he's at. I can't make a judgment on him as far as being pound for pound great, like he says on Twitter, next pound for pound legend, but a future pound for pound star. He looks to be really good, has all the things necessary, all the skills. From what I've seen, he's on par. He's with a lot of these other fighters that come up and do really well, and these other champions that become really amazing fighters. But I think that Shakur is frustrated. I think he's just talking out, speaking out on emotion, and I don't think he's retiring. Even if it says he's retiring, I don't think he's retiring. So I would like to see him up there fighting some big names and see what he could do against them. See what he could do against, even though Lomachenko now at this point is diminished from what he was 5 years ago, I would still like to see how he handles Lomachenko, because that's a really good, like with Devin Haney. Like I knew when Devin Haney beat Lomachenko, even though it was a close fight, I knew that Devin Haney was like, whoa, this guy's the truth. He's really, really good. Going into the Regis fight, I knew he would dominate Regis based on what I thought when I analyzed Regis' style and the way he fought. Big puncher, good fighter, but I could see Devin Haney was leagues above. So I would like to see what Shakur Stevenson has, and it's just kind of funny when you read he's retiring, and he said also in a post something about he's going to help I'm retiring, I'm going to help future champions. You are our future, or you are the future. You're only 26. He is the future, so why would he stop now? Even in this guy's from New Jersey, Newark made, it says, if you look at his Twitter, so he should definitely be, it says future pound for pound king. for that to come to fruition. He needs to stay in the game, make a legacy. I don't think he has the big multi-million-dollar fights. He would be crazy if he retired right now, and I don't think he's retiring. He looks really good. He looks like he's on course to be a big time, making big noise, and the the division he's in the lightweight division, and going up in weight, and having these big fights. The retirement thing is actually silly to me. Again, I think it's emotions. I think he's just speaking out. I think a lot of the fans probably on Twitter got him worked up, and when you're tweeting on your own and you have no emotion, you have no one handling your account. When I say you have no emotion, I should have meant when you have emotion, when you have super emotion, that's what I meant to say. And you have no one watching your account, no one handling your account, and you're just going in there, opening up your account as a public figure and talking out of being mad and pissed off about what's happening, because you're not getting those big deals, those big fights, the big money fights that obviously naturally he wants and he deserves. He's at that level. You would be saying that, a lot of people would be saying what he's saying as well. They would be frustrated, but it's a good thing, because as they say, no press is bad press, really, especially when it comes to this type of situation. So I think he's in there making some noise right now with this, because there's a lot of news coming out right now about this breaking news. Shakur Stevenson retires at 26. He's not retiring. This is crazy talk. Lomachenko really ran, someone wrote, from Shakur Stevenson. Let's not act like he didn't. Ran to Australia to fight George, knowing he can beat him. That's what Prince Floyd says over at Shakur Stevenson's Twitter. So, yeah, wrapping this all up, I think Shakur Stevenson's going to win his next fight. I think he's going to do well. I'd like to see how great he is. He's a lot of potential. He looks really good. I like him. He's like that third factor. I see Devin Haney. I see Gervonta Davis. And I see Shakur Stevenson. This is really, really what I see. And these guys could provide some big fights, coming up. Let me just look at Devin Haney real quick. What boxing records has on him real quick. Devin Haney, the dream, super lightweight. So what does it say? Super light. This guy, he's the man. It's Devin Haney, I think, is the truth. I'd favor him over Gervonta Davis, as great as Davis is, or good as Davis is. And you might disagree with me. That is fine. But I think that Devin Haney outboxes these guys. But as far as Shakur Stevenson goes, he's like an X factor, because I need to see him fight more people. But he could be another fighter that's just really amazing and great and legendary. So he has to stick with it. So Shakur Stevenson is not going to retire. I'm predicting. I think this is just a ploy. I think this is just to get some press, and also he's frustrated. And I got the sun coming up over here. Let me get in the sunlight. I got some filters, no doubt. I got some filters on my videos, but whatever. I put them on because they look cool, and I also have messed up skin from the sun. So, anyway, I think that Shakur Stevenson is a really, really good fighter. And I think he has no business retiring. It's insane to work that hard all his life to stop now. I also want to make another video. I'm going to probably do it right after this, talking about some other stuff that's going on in the boxing world. But anyway, check out my previous video. It's crazy. If you're hanging in this long, I'm not doing it for views, not doing it for money, of course. I think I made like $15 off this account. But anyway, check out in the last month, check out my previous video where I use AI. I created an awesome AI thumbnail. It's not real. It's crazy. So you have AI news, you have AI taking over YouTube, AI taking over sports channels and other channels, YouTube automation. I talk about that, and it's really creepy. It's really crazy. And the amazing prompts that you could come up with, and I made my own prompt, and I came up with some crazy, it's on a thumbnail, boxers. It looks like Crawford standing in a ring with another fighter facing off, and the referee. I described it all, explaining that, but I loved it so much. 35 millimeter, it's pretty dope. Check that out. And I also have other AI shots I got in while I'm talking about AI and boxing and sports, and I talk about the future of AI predictions and everything AI in there. Anyway, I'm out. I'll see you in the next one.